Hello everybody, I'm back again already. I wasn't expecting to do another video so soon, but the light bulb came on earlier today. Are you missing your goal? Hey, good question. In fact, it was such a good idea, I went and made a pretty picture about it. Mine's kind of missing. Long story short, after watching some videos by Jeff Roja, from one of the photographers I met over at Shutterfest, great guy. Being as young as he is, he's got a really cool, calm demeanor, and he just really loves to talk to people. I really send him out there. Really likes to share his knowledge with others, and I really appreciate that about him. Well, even though he's a New Yorker, he has a lower voice than you would think a New Yorker would have. But he's still a really good guy. I really do enjoy just watching him just teach and just drop little tidbits of info. And he had a video I found on YouTube, and it was just talking about goals. And one of the things that I've been hitting on here lately is that if thinking that we're failures all the time, we wear that failure hat. Well, we're not always failures. If we start something and don't accomplish it, does that mean we're a failure, or does that mean we tried and now need to reevaluate? We can. It's a learning experience, something new to do. Well, there's also times that we put on the failure hat before we've even started. If we don't start or don't try, how can you actually be a failure? Well, you can fail if you don't even show up to the race. If you wanted to be in the race, then you have failed to go to the race. If you didn't really want to be in the race, then it doesn't matter. You haven't failed at all. But yet, the way society goes is if we're not succeeding, we are failing. And that's just morbid. I mean, that's just hell for anybody to think about. You know, you always got that cloud above your head no matter what you do. Well, just listen to this video. I know I'm not doing it the best justice. It really did come in there and really really speak to me, really kind of got me going on a few things. And then it just hit me. Goals. It's, for once, for the first time in a long time, I feel like the ball's in my hand. I can actually do something now. I can actually run with it. I can actually score that touchdown. I can score the goal, you know, kick it through the goal, get the score on the board. All right, cool. So, go score. Okay, well, where's the goal? Give me a second. I'm looking for the goal. Have you seen it? Yeah. Where's the goal? I don't know. Where is it? I have no clue. Aha. Ding, 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 ding. The light bulb went off. Are you feeling this way right now? Seriously. We have to set a goal. And if our goals are too broad, they could fail. And if they're too specific, they can fail. And I think that's what's happened to me so many times. I said something very generic, like, I want to save money. And then I didn't save money. Why? Well, I didn't say how much I wanted to save, why I'm saving it, what I'm saving it for. There was nothing to it, nothing specific. It was just general. It was an idea. If your goal is that vague, it's just an idea. If I'm going to save $2,000 to go on another trip out west, that's a goal. That's something concrete. I got things I can list. I can then take that goal and I can find out what it's going to take to make it there. I can start lining up a plan. And it's in football is that they know that they got the end zone. You've got to get the ball to the goal. You've got to get the ball to the end zone. You've got to kick the ball through that nice little pitchfork in the sky. And that's just it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to get there. And that's all there is to it. So I went back to the analogy, back on the whole coffee, napkins, and building a bridge. I see where I'm at now. I see where I'm trying to get. And I'm learning more and more that what I'm trying to get, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to become, I can change that. I've got more control over that. It doesn't have to be, I just want to be a photographer that travels. Well, that's great. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do? How am I going to become? Not be, just become. And it's like that part of the journey. The journey is becoming, and we've forgotten about that. I know I have. And so I'm trying to build that bridge. But if your goals are too broad, once again, how do I know myself what kind of bridge to create? I'm going to have to create a bridge that's going to support and encourage me to keep going. I'm going to have to keep a bridge open that's going to allow that transfer. You don't want to sit there and build a bridge of popsicle sticks and make it 3 or 4 feet out there and then have the bridge crash on you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to make it with twigs either. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, which one you listen to, the 3 Little Pigs. Do you want to listen to the guy making the bricks? Well, it's going to probably sink. You know, do you want to listen to the guy moving on the straw? Well, wait until it rains, then it's over. You know, I mean, it's like how do you know which one? Well, you've got to discover what it is you're doing. You've got to know something a little bit more specific. You've got to understand why you're doing it, why you're getting out of bed, why you're even going to the start line if you're not even going to cross it. If you're not even going to cross it, then why are you even there? Well, are you fooling yourself? Are you making something too generic, too broad? Are you making something too specific? It's kind of like a scout selling candy bars, let's say. You know, and what if there's a Girl Scouts? Ooh, hold on. Darn it. There we go. Sorry, I'm still on my camera phone, and it's blurring in and out. So if you're trying to sell all the candy bars to sit there and get promoted or to get that merit badge so you can go ahead and rise up the ranks in the Scouts so that way you can become maybe a better part of the community, that you can become a leader, that you become a politician, and eventually become president, then by all means, you know you've got, your goal is to sell those candy bars. Go for it. If you're just selling them just to be selling them, you might get somewhere, you might not. But why? And that's just it. I know what I wanted to become, but why did I want to become it? And as I've been on this journey, I'm able to see more and more of why. And I'm starting to understand that. So this video, probably if I watched it a year or two ago, I would have been like, oh, cool. Probably would have got a little, you know, little bump of inspiration. Not much. Just a little bit. And then I went right back to whatever. But this was just like that aha moment. So what are the goals? What do I want to accomplish? And building this bridge to get there. I mean, do you feel me? Do you hear me? Is anybody else, does this resonate with anybody? Because I'm more and more for myself, the photography, that's just the vehicle. That's all. Photography is not who I am. And that's kind of important to sit there and learn. And, you know, it's like you find out, now through photography, I can get places, I can connect with other people, I can actually use that as a tool to help heal, I can use that just as a tool to documentation, I can do it as a tool to have fun and something artistic and creative. So it is a multi-purpose device. But I am not my camera. I am not the photographer. I am Tom. I am who I am. And the more I'm realizing that, the more I'm starting to realize these little things that people have been saying for a long time, there's a lot more to it. You know, like setting goals, yeah. I've set goals before. I've failed goals before. I do it all the time. Today, I've accomplished 2 of them already. Even that, speaking of goals, there's a video on going around on YouTube right now. It's been around for a while. On I think it was on Goalcast about this. I think it's kind of the Navy, Admiral of the Navy or something like that. And he was talking about every day, before you do anything, make your bed. I'm like, my bed is an energy conservation model. It only gets made when it needs to. I'm the only one who sleeps in the bed, so who cares, right? But he has a point. He's not trying to go sit there and say, you should make your bed, because that's what the grown-ups told you to do. You know, we hear that. He's like, well, that's up to you if you want to make your bed or not. I mean, we're all adults here. I don't make my bed. I mean, that's it behind me. I mean, it's made, but it's not that perfectly made. Because I don't want it to be perfect. I don't need it to be perfect. I need it to be functional. Aha! That is a word to me that's important to me right now, is functionality. But by starting each day with making that bed, I've already accomplished something. That's one detail that has not stopped me. That's one detail that can't get in my way. That's one more detail that I've already got a win in the column. Why? Because now when I come home, when I'm ready to just lay down after a stressful day of work, guess what? The bed's already there. I don't have to move anything out of the way. I don't have to sit there and reset the covers. It's already there. It only takes a couple of seconds. It's not perfect, but like I said, functionality. I want it to be welcoming for when I come home. Now, if I ever get married, that's a different story, but, you know, that's a whole nother topic. But I mean, he's right. I've noticed that the days I did make my bed, or started to make it as early as I could, I actually felt a little bit better those days. And that is like one of those things, it's kind of like the domino effect. That could be the one domino that helps the other domino fall. And then the next domino fall. Instead of being a task, be just a part of who you are. That kind of coincides with some of the things I'm reading and in the books that I'm reading. Even the John Maxwell, to the guy who wrote the book called Pivot, and Tony Robbins, Jeff Vogt, several others. They're talking about setting up in the morning and doing like a ritual. Even like James was at our last meeting was talking about like priming or helping just refocus my mind. Like in the mornings, have that ritual, have something, and guess what? It's starting to make sense. It's not just some hocus pocus. It's more of a spiritual, not spiritual, but like mental discipline, a mental exercise. You don't have to do it. I mean, if you think it's hokey pokey, then don't do it. But I'm seeing for me, maybe that would be something, because I'm starting to see that there is one person that kind of stands in the way, and that's the man standing looking back at me in the mirror. And I'm starting to see that now. So, all I know is that the light bulb came on. I'm much more excited, much more pumped with a few things. Even though my back has been killing me the last couple of days, it's still hurting right now, actually. I've just been staying up on a lot of pain meds. But you still soldier on. You still soldier through it. You still think your way through it. Have hope. Have faith. You know you're going to do it. You know you're going to make it. Then do it. Then sit there and don't let anything get in your way. Sit there, create those goals. Find out what you have, what you need, and then break them down. Make them smaller. And now I'm going to do probably another video on goals and just really how to actually do it. Even showing the victories of like what it looks like to make your bed or to set a goal and to accomplish that goal. And it's all about, it doesn't matter how small it is. Because something small could lead into the next thing, to lead to the next thing. So why worry about, I know I'm not going to sit there and solve world hunger overnight. I'm not going to sit there and become #1 photographer in the matter of 13 minutes. Start with something. Start simple. Start with you. You are your greatest asset. But you've got to be around the right people. You've got to listen to the right people. Because there's too many folks out there in the world that mean well, that'll just steer you wrong. And I'm even starting to find out that the little things I'm doing is a contribution to it just as well. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to play a video game every now and again. Just to have a little bit of, get your mind off things. But is that really promising? Is that really going to get you to the next level? No. Wait, you're just coping. You're looking for something else. If there's like, hey, you're going to go out on Friday night and play over to a friend's house and play video games, cool, by all means, do it. Pour into that. But if day by day goes in, you're just trying to find another hour or two here, 20 minutes here, another half an hour there to play more games, what's it doing for you? Start questioning it. Start understanding. Because, honestly, I'm now feeling that I'm going away from if this can happen to when it's going to happen. And here soon it's going to happen. And I'm starting to lean towards that way right now. And when I do, I want to take as many people as I can with me. I know I'm going to have to build a team. I'm going to have to get some people around me. Either for for mentorship, for just encouragement, accountability, for all kinds of various areas. And it's not just that. It's not just on the photography side or the business side. What about me? Working on me, your health. You got to have your mental health. You got your social and spiritual health. Don't let any of this stop you. I mean, I really hope I can encourage some of you to come along with me, because I'm finally moving forward, and I don't want this to stop. It's been a long time since I've been here, and it's not just a little Band-Aid for once. I've been through several seasons to where it seems like I got a Band-Aid to kind of stop it so I can heal just a little bit. And don't get me wrong, there's times in life you need that. There's times in life we really do. But now it's like, instead of going around in circles, 100 miles an hour going nowhere, just spinning around and around and around, I'm now moving onward. Even if it's 10, 15 feet, it's still 10 or 15 feet. It's a new step. Please join me. Please sit there and let me know that this is reaching you and that this is making a difference to you. Let's do this, seriously. Let's move onward. This is like a new direction I didn't think I would be going into. I know this has been more of like a video kind of blog-ish kind of thing, but I want it to be more of a kind of like a podcasty kind of thing. Like today was a good topic. It wasn't just me just ranting. Well, okay, a little bit. I can only get better. I can only learn as I go along, right? And you can only learn by going along as well. So please, don't let my frustrations or whatever go bad. Please take encouragement from it. Please let me know if it reaches you, if it helps you, and all that good stuff. So, anyways, I better stop. It's over 15 minutes now. It's probably about the longest video I've had so far. So, anyways, guys, take care. Have a blessed day. Keep trucking on. Don't stop believing. Journey said it, and I believe it too. Write it down. Don't stop believing. Go YouTube it or something. Don't stop. Bye.